those of you who are watching me live on Facebook or on YouTube, let me know if you tried out my Chi Life Planner. This is the 2025 one. And we're going to go through the planner in a bit. But just to give a little bit of a backstory on my calendar. Those of you who have done my annual feng shui training, you know every year I come up with my feng shui and astrology calendar as well. But for that one, you only have the monthly sheets, right? And we'll go through those too. Why I started out with that calendar is that as a Chinese metaphysical practitioner, and as someone who practices the Chinese ancient art of date selection, it is really hard to keep track of Chinese dates when you're using the Western or the Gregorian calendar. Oh, actually, I meant to prepare the Tongshu, which is the traditional calendar that Chinese families will usually use as their calendar. And growing up in Malaysia, my grandmother's house, I'm half Chinese, so my grandmother's house would have that, and it's I'll show it in a separate like a reel or a short video. It's basically a wall calendar where every day you tear off a sheet, right? So that's kind of like a daily calendar. And it has the farmer's almanac on it. It tells you what's the reigning animal of the day and so on and so forth. So I needed to marry a Chinese calendar with the Gregorian calendar. And I'm not the first one to do it, by the way. But the ones that I have tried, I found that every calendar is lacking something. And so me being in business and wanting to apply Chinese date selection as much as possible, I had to basically build my own. And those of you in my annual feng shui training, that's what you guys see. That's my first iteration of my not just Chinese calendar, but it also has the feng shui, especially flying star feng shui element into the calendar to also help me figure out and keep track of the flying star feng shui changes. And so as I go further and further into my business journey, having more and more stuff that I need to keep track of, and having 2 kids and a husband that occasionally travels, I need everything in one where I can keep track of all these things. Now, as much as I love tech, right? I have people who are, I have to say, in awe of me for being able to like build my business, hold my feng shui certification courses with the kind of tech that I have. For the courses, I would have like 3 cameras, a desktop, a laptop, an iPad, like all the tech put together. That's all me putting it together. So I'm a tech girl. I love my tech. However, when it comes to getting myself organized, I need it on paper. I need it where I can see everything all at once. And every year I used to buy a big wall calendar and just put it up, stick it up on my wall right over here, stick it up on my wall. And then I would plan my launches. I would plan, okay, this is the month I have this certification course. This is the month that I would hold that workshop, and so on and so forth. I need to see the big picture, but I'm also the one to also need to see the daily stuff. So I could not find a planner that would have the Chinese astrological component to it. I could not find anything that also has the feng shui component into it, has the productivity component into it, and also I needed something that would help me with my my journaling. I don't, as a busy mom, I don't have time to journal each and every day, but I still want something where at the end of the day, I could still journal or do a little bit of memory keeping in terms of, oh, this is what's great that's happened today. Oh, this other day I had this other little win, and just something for me to like hold it on paper. And so last year, a little bit over 13 months ago, I and a lot of these things come through me in meditation. Actually, this was probably last year around October. It was really late in the game of the planner world, because most of the planner world, they would release their New Year planners by like September. So I was really late in the game, but I was meditating and I was given the suggestion by Spirit to start my own planner. And so I got to play out with the format. And then I was like, I wonder if people would actually be interested in these planners. So last year was my Muddy Boots version. This year we've iterated it a little bit more. So I'm really excited to show you guys all the different components that my planner holds. Who's excited for it? Let me know in the chat. And if you've tried my planner before, let me know. If you're not a planner person, let me know why you're not a planner person. And in all honesty, I'm very picky. If I don't like the cover, I don't use the planner. Which is why in my Chi Life Planner, I try to make it as customizable as possible. So here, and if there are any gripes, any comments about why you don't like paper planners, let me know. I'm not saying that I will cater to everything and everyone, but if it's a great idea, I'll bring it in. And also, as much as I'm a paper girl, I know Google Calendar is a big tool in my business. So I've actually done a hybrid. So for my phone calls, for my meetings, for my training calls with my business coach, my business mentors, even appointments, right? Dental appointment, doctor's appointment, all those things go into my Google Calendar. But I still have my paper planner everywhere I go. So these are the beauties. These are the covers that I've decided on for this year. So let's go onto the flat lay and let's take a look. I'm already getting a question how to get the planner. You guys, at this point, I was up late last night. Some of you guys, you've emailed me, you've messaged me, not about the planner, but for other stuff, but I've been quiet simply because Shopify has robbed me of so many nights of sleep. So we were supposed to sell these through my website on Shopify, my store on Shopify, but there's currently a big glitch on the Shopify page. So right now, at this moment, if you want to purchase the planner, you're going to have to DM me on Facebook, send me a message on via email, and I'm going to have to like manually give you the link because it's not working. I'm getting Shopify tech people to like help me try to figure out why things are not working the way it needs to work. Anyway, like I said, we'll roll with the punches. So, hello, Elizabeth. Yeah, so Tasha, hold on. And anyone, if you want to get the planner in many different formats, just send me a DM and I'll get you sorted out. Okay, so we have two streams of the planner, okay? One is a customizable. So if you don't want to make all the decisions of Do you want your planner, your weeks to start on a Monday or to start on a Sunday? If you want to, if you just want the planner in whatever shape and form, I have a default version ready. And then there's also customizable, meaning you can tell me, hey, Safrina, I want my weeks to start on Monday. I want my weeks to start on Sunday. I want this size. I only have 2 sizes right now, and we'll go over it. And then the formats of the week, we will go over it. Those are customizable. So there's the default, which is choice number 1. The second choice is customizable, just for a tiny bit more in investment. The third one is personalized. And this is the one that I am so excited about because I have not seen anyone do their Chinese astrological calendar the way that I have. So let's get started. Okay, let me change the camera. Hopefully the camera's still on. Okay, are you guys seeing my beautiful sheepskin? This is actual sheepskin and it's cold here today, so it's actually really nice to, okay, perfect. You guys are seeing my flat lay. Great. Louise, finances, I have that. And more. I have that and more. I am so excited. Okay, so so this one. This is, if you guys are not familiar with disc-bound planners, I'm going to tell you, this is part of the reason why I am back into the planner world. I need things to be modular. If I have a planner where it's like a spiral bound or it's, what do you call that, saddle stitched or whatever, I can't move my pages around. I don't have any freedom to do that, and that drives me nuts. So I'm going to sell you on the beauty of these ring bound planners. So you see the pages are like this. This is just the review, which is why this is thin, but this is the quarterly plan. So my Chi Life planner, you guys, is a quarterly planner. This is 3 months. This is 3 months. So you see how thick it is. This has the monthly, weekly, and the daily pages. And it comes with the ring bound. And these things are like this. These things are stable, like, and you can lay them flat like this. You can lay them flat. You can open it up like this, right? You can even, if you are left-handed or right-handed, like let's say I'm right-handed and I'm writing on the reflection of the day, of the week, but then I have the ring here and I don't like it. Guess what? I can take this sheet out, ta-da, do my writing, and then just pop it back in. Just like that. And it stays. Look at me, like pulling it, right? So this is why I love the ring bound planner. I only just found out about the disc bound, okay? The disc bound planners, they do need a different kind of hole. So if you look at this, let me see here. Yeah. These kinds of punching, not all printing companies have this kind of punching, which is why it was hard for me to get this planner printed. I could not find a Canadian printer that has what they call the mushroom punch hole. I could only find one in the States. So it was trying to produce this for you guys was a bit of a slog, but let me just put it back here. So this year for the default, and even for the customized one, remember there's the default, customized, and personalized, okay? I'm going to go through with you the difference. The default and the customized ones, you guys have 2 covers that you can choose from. I have my lotus. You guys know me and flowers. I love the lotus. And then this one, you can't really see it on the video, but it's actually like embroidered flower patterns. Okay. So you guys can choose either one of these. If you don't like the cover, honestly, go on Etsy. There's so many other people who just sell discbound. It has to be discbound planner covers. So you can just get one and literally, like, you can even change it. So let's say this month I started with this, and then a month later I don't like it, or maybe I got bored, and I'll just take this, which is for next quarter, let's say, and I'll just pop it in here, right? So again, I need it. I need it exactly how I like it, right? So again, for default and customize, I have two for you to choose. For personalized, which is, we'll talk a little bit more, but the personalized is where I actually do the date selection for you. You can actually tell me what you want on your cover. So for instance, this is, I don't know if she's here, but this is actually an order of an actual personalized cover. She told me she wants this as the cover. I got it printed. I got it bound and hole punched, right? And I have clients where I have a couple of clients, they want their family photos as their cover. That's okay. Send me your family photos as long as it's high definition, enough DPI. I'll print it, I'll get it laminated and punched, and you can have it on your planner. That's the personalized one, okay? So this one here, you can buy just the quarterly, like quarter by quarter, but if you buy it like 4 quarterly planners, meaning you get a full year, right? Then you get these pages. This is what I call the annual review pages, okay? So just like most planners, well, not just like most, you would have like the page like this, right? This planner belongs to so-and-so, but this is where you put some of your Feng Shui information here. House Feng Shui direction, you can note that there. Feng Shui compass reading, note that there. Sometimes you forget, right? And then best sleeping or sitting directions in 2025. Those of you who go through my Feng Shui annual training, this is where you put in, right? So you already have it in here. Oh, I forgot. What are the good directions to be facing this year? Just go back to this page, okay? Because it changes every year, okay? And how to use this planner, I have some step-by-steps here, but there's the Chinese calendar portion. Oh, let me do it this way, okay? There's the Chinese calendar portion. I'm not going to go through everything. We'll go through the date selection in a bit. It's a Feng Shui planner in here as well, okay? Goal planner and tracker, reflection of the week, review and reset, and the abundance tracker. Someone mentioned financial tracker. I have more on that front, okay? So again, I'm not going to go through page by page, but the 6 steps to co-creating the life that you desire, okay? Make a vow to yourself, fill out this life planner, put it in your calendar, surround yourself with more people who align with your values, and regularly review your goals. Now, I am in the middle of a coaching program with Brian Moran. I forgot who the co-author is. They wrote the 12-week year. Oh, I should have prepared the book. The 12-week year. I love everything productivity. I am still in my process of being more productive. Still learning the ropes. So I'll give you guys updates on that, on how I go. But these pages here is to help you take stock of 2024 and also to clarify your vision for 2025. Okay. And so like I would have topics like travel and adventures, friend and family. Over here, self-care, spirituality or faith, finances and home. And I know it's not a lot of, trust me, once you go through these, it actually takes, a good couple of hours. Career, academic or business, or health, physical, mental, emotional. And for all those life areas, you look at what worked, what do I need to do more of, and what do I need to do less of or stop doing. So this is where for all those life areas, you jot those down. It's all about getting clear on reviewing the year past and just setting yourself up better for the next year, right? And then invoking a new year. This is where I go through a ritual. I will have an event in January to go through a new year ritual for everyone who purchases the Chi Life Planner. Okay, especially for those of you who purchase 4 quarterly planners. If it's just 1 quarter that you want to buy just to check it out, I might let you into the workshop for free as well. Okay, things I want to celebrate about myself. How many of us actually do that? Think back to 2024 and what are the things that you want to celebrate about yourself? And then here, the next few pages is to go through, again, clarify what you want to manifest, what do you want your goals and desires to be for your career, business, education. I have short journaling prompts to help you out here. Okay. And a little spot here for vision boards. I actually love it when you have vision boards and it's only for your eyes only. Not to say I don't like it. I think most of us, we feel a little bit shy about our dreams and goals, especially if others might find it a little bit too ambitious. So I like to have it in a planner like this, even if I just doodle, right? I just doodle and I stick some power words or photos or pictures, either from magazines or online. And I just make like a mini vision board and just carry it around with me. Okay, my family and relationship goals. Again, another vision board here. My health goals. A space for your vision board there. My home and feng shui goals. Okay. Like what are the priority placements I need to do to feng shui my home this year? You write that down here, priority ones. What home projects do I want to do this year? It may or may not have anything to do with feng shui. Okay. How do I want my home to feel this year? Okay. Write that there. What are some things I can do to make it feel like that? So if you feel like, okay, I want my home to feel like it's my mini, or maybe not even your home, maybe just a corner of your own. How do you want it to feel? Then what are some of the things I can do to make it feel like that? It could be maybe just putting a plush cushion onto your chair just to make it more comfortable, or have have a better lighting so you can just sit longer there reading and things like that. Okay. Do I have space of my own to create, rest, reflect, and be with myself? Right? If not, how can you create one? If yes, how can you improve on that? Okay. So your home and feng shui vision board over here, your travel and adventure goals, places you'd like to visit. Again, a little bit of a vision board going on. Self-care goals, another vision board there. And financial year in review. So here you celebrate your financial wins. Here are identify financial challenges or obstacles that you're currently facing and what steps can you take. If you want to change your life, And this is my gripe with The Secret. They say just visualize and meditate and your life will change. No, you actually still need to take action. So this is the part that reminds you what are the actions that you can take for 2025 to move you towards a better financial situation. Okay. Reflect on your financial knowledge and skills. Are there specific areas of your personal finance that you'd like to learn more or improve on? Okay. And again, a vision board there. I have a releasing ritual here. So the releasing ritual, I've got it written down here. But like I said, if you buy the Chi Lai planner from me, in January, we're going to go through a live releasing ritual together. Okay. And I've got the 2025 calendar at a glance. I've made boxes here just so, because normally when I buy an annual calendar, I would have to like write in between the lines in terms of what's happening. That's not enough space for me. So when I was designing this, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to put boxes here. So let's say if you have someone's birthday in January, i.e. moi, and you don't want to forget, you can put that there. If anyone's anniversary is coming up, you can put that there. So there's the full year there. And of course, those of you who follow my annual Feng Shui training, this page is going to look really familiar to you guys because this is a how to use the Feng Shui and astrology features of this calendar. This is where you start to learn how to do basic Chinese date selection for yourself. Okay. So over here, I go through the step-by-steps on how to get your birth chart plotted out so that you can fill up this place here. So the Chinese astrological chart has the year chart, the month chart, the day chart, and the hour chart. Okay. And so once you go through the steps here on how to get it plotted out, then you're able to fill that out. And then you can cross out your clash days. Again, I have a full video training on this. Okay. And this is going to help you with figuring out what your clash animals are in Chinese astrology. And those would be the days or the months that don't work as well for you. Okay. And then determining your direct and indirect wealth days. Direct and indirect wealth days. These are based on the day, the element of the day that you are born. And again, my video training is going to go through that with you. Okay. But I have it written here. But you know how it is. This is how it's really hard to learn Feng Shui or complicated knowledge like this via a book, because sometimes you just need it explained a little bit better on video, let's say. Okay, better instructions. And determine your heavenly doctor days for your health related activities. So again, my video training will cover that as well. There's the 12th day officer. So in Chinese calendars, we have like 12-day officers, and I'll show you how it looks like in the actual calendar if you've never seen it before, as well as the 28 constellations. That's also going to be in the pages. And these are the annual energies for 2025. These are the afflicted energies, like the Grand Duke, which is in Southeast 3. That area is afflicted. 3 killings, which is this whole area here. So from the middle of Northeast 2 all the way till the middle of Southeast 2 for 2025 has the 3 killing energy. And I go through it in my annual Feng Shui training what that really means. The 5 yellow is in the Northeast, and the year breaker is in Northwest 3. And then this is the flying star chart of the year, just to keep that for you. And then again, this is also in my very similar to what most of you guys have seen in my annual training calendar, right? Monthly flying star Feng Shui energies. Very, very basic stuff. And then annual Feng Shui placement. Now this size, let me just quickly finish this. If you have any other notes about your annual Feng Shui placement, this one, how do you know what you need to place annually? I covered that in depth in my annual feng shui training. So if you haven't joined me there, you might want to just check out annualfengshui.com. And then where can I place my water feature this year? This one, and what months do I need to turn off my water feature? Again, this part, I talk about that in my annual training. So for the feng shui portion of my Qi Life Planner, I have to admit it is more usable. This is more usable if you've taken my annual training or my feng shui certification. The feng shui part would make more sense only if you take those trainings. So once you're done with the annual review, sorry, then you go into the quarterly planners. So this one, I have two sizes. This one is 5.5 inches wide and 8.5 inches long. So it's half letter. Last year, I only had one size. This year, I have added a slightly larger one. So if you need more writing space, so this one, actually, I'll show you here. This one is 7 inches wide and still 8.5 inches tall. Okay, so if you write bigger, you need more writing space, then this year we have this additional sizing for you. Okay, and so why, and every quarterly planner, again, this, especially with me following the 12-week year, if you guys don't know about that book, it blew up on TikTok. 12-Week Year by Brian Moran, and I don't remember the other author. I am so sorry. Someone put it in the chat if you can find the name of the other author. I feel so bad that I can't. I'm not saying the other guy's name, but they're saying about how the you know how people have New Year's resolution, right? You think, oh, I'm going to start my new diet or start building this habit on January 1st. They're saying, I love their tagline, by the way. The 12-week year is how you can achieve more in 12 weeks than most people have in 12 months. And what they say is, instead of doing your goal setting in a yearly basis, you do it on a 12-week basis. So now that you've gone through these pages here, right, where we clarified the goals and everything. Now you have to choose which ones you want to tackle for every 12 weeks or every quarter if you want. Okay. So this one, cast your vision for the next 90 days. So what are your goals for the year? Actually, let me just quickly make this a little bit closer. Okay. What are your goals for the year? What is your first goal you've chosen for yourself this quarter? Okay. Why do I want this? What steps will I take? How will I know that I've achieved it? How would I feel once I have it? What would I be thinking? And in law of attraction, there's a law of attraction tip. The better you think and feel this now in terms of you achieving this goal, the more you're going to be able to make that goal a reality. But again, don't just think and feel good. You still have to take action. And this is what the planner is going to keep you accountable for. Okay? Breaking down your first goal into smaller steps. This is where you can brainstorm, do your mind mapping, right? So let's say pay off credit card. And I don't know, let's say you have $3,000 to pay off. Then maybe you break it into smaller steps. Every month or even every week, you pay off a certain amount, right? Do your mind mapping here. And actually, the mind mapping is one of the tools that they have us start using in the 12-week year as well, okay? And then you have your second goal, same thing. You break it down. Third goal, same thing. Break that down. So this is to keep you accountable. This is how at the end of the 12 months, once we get into the end of 2025, you're going to go back to your your year review pages. You're going to go back to your quarterly pages. And hopefully, if you really let this habit change your life, you're going to see how much you have achieved in 12 weeks and 12 months. Okay. So this one, oh, actually, this one doesn't have. Okay, here, sorry. So remember when I said I need to be able to see things all at once. So this is the January page, but my monthly page is different. This one you will get in the customized version. The default version, there's no fold outs. Okay. The default version, everything is just like single sheets like this. But the customized version, you get the fold out. So ta-da! So you have the monthly pages here. So I'm going to show you. So this is the Feng Shui portion of the planner. I have the annual flying star and the monthly flying star. Okay, note it down here. And this is the Chinese astrological portion. The Yin Fire Ox month only starts January 5th and ends February 2nd. So this part is the Chinese calendar portion, but I have put it in a Western calendar format. So the first day of the Yin Fire Ox day is January 5th. So you're going to see me make the January 5th bolded here. Okay, just to so that when you cast your eyes on January 5th, you're going to know that in Chinese calendar, this is the first day of the month, not January 1st. And then you're also going to see on, this is actually a personalized planner, which also has me putting down all, oh, this is a little small. You probably can't see it, but PB, which is personal breaker day. So based on the calendar, I'm building this planner for a client right now. This is a personalized calendar where I go through her Chinese astrology. Okay. This is an actual chart. I put a sticky note here because I usually would say personalized planner for, let's say, Safrina Kadri, right? So this is her name here, but I'm going to cover that. So she was born 1984, July 4th at 7 a.m. And this is her Chinese birth chart here. So she was born the year of the Yang Wood Rat, the month of the Yin Metal Goat, the day of the Yin Earth Boar, and the hour of the Yang Earth Dragon. And each of these pillars would have its own hexagram. So this is Qiankun and Zhenxun hexagram. This is Pi Tai Ji Ji Wei Ji hexagram. This is Pi Tai Heng Yi hexagram. This is a Qiankun Gen Dui hexagram. Based on that, I do the personalized date selection for her. So when you look at this calendar here, everything that is noted in red is what I've plotted out for her. So for instance, January 15th, I don't know if you guys can see, January 15th for this particular client is her Heaven Peace Day and her Nobleman Day, meaning Heaven Peace is really good energy for her, for everyone really, but the January 15th is the day for her to increase harmony in her relationships. It can be social, personal, or professional, right? And then January 6th, for this particular client, this is her Great Sun Day, which is great for mentorship and networking. This is her 8-seat day, which is great for seeking acknowledgement or being, let's say you want to get accepted to some sort of a social circle or a club or association. The 8-seat is really good, or even at work, right? You want to be part of a clique. I know cliques aren't great, but we like to feel like we belong. 8-seat is really good to have. And then for this client, 7 to 9 a.m., 7 to 3 to 5 p.m. and 5 to 7 p.m. for this particular day are power days for her. This, apart from the first day of the month that I bolded in red, all the other stuff, all the other stuff in red is based on my client's birth chart. And this is called 选供大卦 date selection, which is considered the most advanced date selection method out there. Okay, you guys liking what you're seeing so far? Okay, and so that's the personalized one. The customized one, actually, do I have a customized one? No, I don't have one here. The customized one would still have the monthly sheet. It would, but it just won't have the date selection done for you. I do have my video training for you to do the basic date selection for yourself, but the ones that I have in red here, these are not basic. These are actually very advanced stuff. Okay, you guys liking it so far? I'm seeing the hearts and the likes. Yay! One thing that I've added this year is retrograde. Many of us, we've heard of Mercury retrograde, but I have added information about Uranus retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Mars retrograde, Pluto retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Venus retrograde, and what they mean. And I have noted it here. So like in January, it's going to have 3 retrogrades. So Uranus retrograde, which began September 1st, it's going to end January 30th. Jupiter retrograde begins October 9th, and it's going to end February 4th. Mars retrograde begins December 4th and ends February 24th. And I also have sheets. Actually, I just added this in. So I also have sheets on what these retrogrades mean, what each retrograde period is good for, what it might not be good for. Okay. So it's more than just Mercury retrograde, you guys. There's so much more than that. I don't know my Western astrology very much, but I am starting to follow that. Okay. And so, let me go back to this. So I do the personal date selection here based on the client's date of birth info. Based on that too, I also calculated for her best element, which is water, and her secondary best element is fire. This, you guys, is not simple, okay? So she was born Yang Wood Rat, and some people say, oh, I'm born Yang Wood Rat, so my best element is Yang Wood. It's not as simple as that. In my master's lineage, we look at the day that you are born, the element of the day that you are born, and not even and the season that you are born. So she was born in July, okay, which is considered summer season in Chinese calendar, okay? So for a yin earth born in the summer month, these are the elements that that person would need. This is not something that is simple. In my Chinese astrology course with my grandmaster, the textbook, the part on calculating the best element is half the textbook. Okay, and also when you do the personalized calendar, so I also calculate your best elements here. So based on that, it gives you a good sense of the best careers, business, or industry for you to either have a career or start your business in. Okay, how your best element will impact your health. So for instance, her best element is water. So health wise, right, juices, tonics, soups, broths would work really well for her. And actually this is missing one page. I also have laminate the page where what all these selected dates mean for her. Okay, and then here are the daily pages. Here are the daily pages where every day you also get the element and the animal of the day, the 12 day officers and the 28 constellations are all there. So I have 3 format for the daily pages. This is with a timeline. So you have your top 3 priorities, you have space for notes here, and then you have a timeline from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or actually 8 p.m. here. Okay, so this one has the timeline version. And at the end of every week, there is a reflection of the week. What went well this week? What did I make progress on? How did I get out of my comfort zone this week? What was a blessing this week? Okay. A lot of us, we live through life, and I used to, just kind of like a zombie, kind of unconsciously. My tagline, I should have mentioned that earlier, with the Chi Life Planner, the intention is to help you live every day mindfully, consciously, so that you get closer and closer to your goals and your desires. Okay, it doesn't. We're not just going through the days like a robot. And then here, hold on. There are 2 other formats for the daily pages. So the timeline format is the default. Okay. So this format with the timeline is the default. If you want to customize it, you can choose whether you want your daily pages to have the one with the timeline, or you want it with the the daily duo, meaning again, your top 3 priorities. And then over here, I didn't even put the headers here, because when I was getting feedback for my friend who's a project manager, she's like, I wish I had a planner that would help me separate work and life and family, right? So this could be her work. So it could be like morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever that's related to work. Or even projects, like project number 1, she needs to do this. Project number 2, she needs to do this. Project number 3, she needs to do this for this day, right? And then this could be for life, right? Morning, afternoon, nighttime. What is happening in her life areas, her family? Or maybe she has 3 kids. Oh, kid number 1 needs to do this, has this appointment on the 16th. Kid number 2 has this. Kid number 3 has this. It is up to you how you want to, and like you can put this as work, and then like your 3 different themes here, headers, and then you can do the same thing here. And then at the end of the day, what brought me joy today? It's not a lot of space, but it's still giving you a little bit of time to really sink in at the end of the day and ask yourself, what brought me joy today, and today I am grateful for. Very simple stuff. Mindfully, consciously. Okay, are we still live? I just want to make sure. Or are you guys just watching? I'm not seeing any new comments. That's why I'm wondering. And the other one is what I call the journal one. So this one is, it doesn't have the timeline. What am I most grateful for today? It has a little bit more space there. What did I do that gave me joy or satisfaction today? Okay. And then the third one, what's my wins today, big or small? Okay. So these are the 3 daily formats. Let me bring it up a little. These are the 3 daily formats that you can choose if you go for the customized version. Okay, 3 formats here. Now, this one is patent pending. So don't go around knocking it, copying it. So now we have the weekly pages. So I open this page. This is the weekly page. I've got a dot grid here. You can do whatever you want there. This is now the weekly page. I have for the default, the weekly page. Sorry, the default for the daily is actually the journal. My fault. If you're going for default, this is the default format. Okay. And with the default format, you're getting this for your daily and you're getting this for your weekly, where you have the timeline. And again, for each and every day, I have the, it's a little blurry. Each and every day, I have the heavenly stem and the earthly branch here, the 12 day officers and the 28 constellations here. And this is also 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. for this one. Okay, so you can do that. So these are the weekly pages. And so this is the vertical format, so that's the default. And this is the horizontal format, where you're like, Safrina, I don't have that many appointments or meetings. I don't want the timeline. Then you have boxes here. And then you have your top priorities here. You can do whatever you want here. I use so many sticky notes. I just put my sticky notes here. Right? So whatever that I need to do for the week, it is one sticky note, and I just stick them on here. Like I use this size right here. So I would just stick them using that portion. And if you open, all right. So with this format, I can see my daily stuff. I can see my monthly stuff. I can see my weekly all at once. It does take up a lot, like the whole of the width of my table, which is why I put it here. I just got this from Amazon. It's basically, it's like, what do they call it? Like, you know, people when they're cooking in the kitchen, like a book holder, right? This is long. This thing is fairly long. So I just have it holding up like this. So that way I can see the whole thing. That for me is so important. Because otherwise I'm going to miss something. So, so just wanted to show you guys that format. And yeah, so as I go through finish my daily pages, right? And I'm done here. I just fold it back. And then I go on with the following week, right? Like that. Same thing. You can do, if you have it with the timeline, it looks like this. And you just fold it and go through. Now, the beauty about the disbound is I actually put all my month, so my January till December, I put them all. You can move the pages however you like. So I put the monthly pages all over here. So even though we are going into Q1, January, February, March, if let's say I need to plan ahead to like July or August, I would still have my pages just added them there, right? I just add them, pop them into the disc, right? And then let's say I'm towards the end of the quarter, right? So let's say all these parts I've already used, all these pages I've already used, and it's weighing down my planner. What can I do? I can simply just take them out and put them aside. So I don't have to like bring them everywhere with me. Right? And I can start with the same planner and I can just put like next month's pages in there. Okay. And every month you will get an abundance tracker. The abundance tracker doesn't just track your money. Okay. Because abundance for me is more than just money. We can find abundance in so many different ways. So if, for instance, this is the holiday season, if someone gave you a gift card, a $25 gift card to Amazon, let's say, you put the date on the description, you put $25 gift card, and then you amount 25. You didn't pay for it. If you met up with a friend and your friend decides to pay for your lunch, that goes here. Sure, you get your salary, that can go here too, right? Your neighbor, actually I do this a lot because I have a garden. I cut my flowers and I give it to my neighbors, a whole bouquet. How much do you think that bouquet would be if you bought it in the store? Then you put that there as your amount. The more you, and it becomes a game, the more abundance becomes light and joyful. We're like kind of gamifying it. The more you will see more abundance coming to you, be it financially or not. Okay, who wants more of that, right? So yeah, so these are this is 3 months. So this is 3 months right here. This is the reason why it had to be a quarterly planner, because if it's a full year planner, can you just imagine how thick this would be? I will not want to carry a full year planner with me. I don't really need to. For the if I want if I want a full year with me, I just bring, like I said, I just put all my monthly pages to the front here. And that's what I bring. So I have the whole year's calendar with me, but I don't bring my daily pages. I don't bring my weekly pages with me. Okay. So I think that's everything I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to scroll through the comments as well, just to see. A quick hit of the lip balm because my lips are feeling really dry. How do you guys like this? Or maybe you're not blown away. I don't know. I could not sleep. Last year, I was so crazy excited over it. I could not sleep. I was so sleep deprived last November. It was just seriously kind of nuts. Okay, let me go through the questions here. Jasmina said, this year I had the digital chi planner. It was amazing. But for 2025, you want the personalized one. Yes. I have you on the list. So, yeah, Sandra, you're on my list as well. So much to take in, right? It is a lot, but that is why there's nothing else like it. There's Chinese calendars out there. But if you get the 4 quarterly planners, you will get the date selection video training. You will get the New Year releasing ritual workshop. That will be live, so I will announce the date and time for that soon. For the financial, we haven't finalized the pages, the format, but I will also have sheets that you can add in yourself with regards to like a decluttering, sheets on decluttering, sheets on money tracker, like a budget tracker or a savings tracker, sheets around other trackers, like a mood tracker or a habit tracker. Those are the things that you will be able to print off from the portal and just add it into the planner. Now, you do need, if you're going to use the disc-bound planner, you can buy the hole puncher. Amazon's got it, Temu's got it. You can get the hole puncher. So you can print any other stuff from the internet that you want to just put it in your planner. Just hole punch it and add it into the disc. Again, that's the reason why I do the disc. However, oh, good thing I talked about that. There is also the option, if you don't like the disc, I didn't bring it. It's in the other room. But I'll show a picture of it. If you don't like the disc bound, you want spiral bound, that is an option as well. But I personally highly recommend the disc bound, because then it's so modular. You can put in the sheets that you want, take out the sheets that you no longer need. And also the reason why this is thick, you guys, is because my paper is thick. I have thick paper. Now, like the weekly pages, I believe are 60-pound weight. So they're really thick. It's almost cardstock. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah. So there, because the paper is thick and because of the folding, that's why it's a hefty size. But it's not that heavy, right? You could even just do it month by month. So let's say this is January, February, March. You can take out the Feb and March daily and weekly pages. Just take it out, so you have like a thinner one traveling with you, right? Yeah. I'm glad you think so, Elizabeth. Okay, let me go into, so the comments on Facebook I looked already. So let me look at Louis says, I am after planner with feng shui, manifesting, financial tracker, and spending, monthly work shift rotation. Okay, not many planners have tracking finances. Yeah, that's my, a lot of places, they actually sell the financial tracker sheets. Again, if you buy the full year worth of planners, you can just print them off of the portal for free. It's not uploaded yet, but I will be uploading that soon. And another thing, you can start the month on any month. This is part of the reason why on Shopify I'm having a situation listing everything, because it's so customized. So let's say you're like, Safrina, I don't know, I'm traveling in January, so I won't be back to work till February. I don't really need a planner until February. Fine. Then your first quarter planner will be February, March, April. And then your second quarter planner will be May, June, July. You can choose whatever 3 months. You can choose whatever month you want to start on. It doesn't have to be January. Who likes that? I love that. Because sometimes you buy a planner and it's like January to December and it's May. You're like, well, then I'm wasting 4 months of paper. Then over here, you just tell me, Safrina, can you start the planner on May 2025? Yes. Then your Q1 planner would be, or your first quarter planner would be May, June, July, and so on and so forth. Okay. Vedic astrology. Yeah, I'm currently on a numerology tip. So astrology for me is just so complicated. I'm on a numerology binge at the moment. Didi, you like this? Yay! And next, every year we're going to make it better. I'm looking for manufacturers where I can have like maybe leather or linen cover to just kind of, you still have the disc bound, but it's just a cover where you can kind of slot it in. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but this is, I personally like the half letter size. And I haven't finished this one yet. But this once we're done with the folding and everything is going to be about the same. But this is the 7 by 8.5. Okay. If we order the personalized planner, when will it be delivered? So admittedly, so this is this is part of the reason why it's good to be in my inner circle, in my annual Feng Shui training group, because I did put in a post in my Feng Shui 2025 Facebook group. I said, whoever wants to pre-order the personalized planner, let me know now, because I know the list is going to be long. Right now, we're looking at 2 weeks from you ordering. And there's a little bit, there's a Canada Post strike as well. So it took me a while. Those of you who ordered more than 2 weeks ago, it's going out soon, only because I couldn't use my default shipper. So, but I have found another shipper who would be able to mail these out, because there's a Canada Post strike at the moment. It's been a few weeks now, but I can finally start the personalized planners that are done. I can finally start shipping those out. Even if you do the customized ones, the customized ones would be about I'd say a week. Yeah. But if it gets, because of the customization, it's not just something that the printer can just like print it off, give it to me, and then I ship. We still have to like put in the specific pages. It's semi-handmade. So it does take time to put the planners together for you guys. Okay. So how much is the planner? So the default planner is $29 per quarter. The default planner does not have the fold outs. Okay. So for your month, for the default planner, the month pages is going to be printed on 2-page instead of fold out like this for the default. And the weekly, the weekly, like this one, is also going to be printed in 2 pages. It's not going to have a fold out. That's the default. The customized one, so that's $29 US per quarter plus shipping. The customized one is $39 per quarter plus shipping. And shipping for 4 planners for North America is just under $30, because we're doing insurance and we're doing tracking as well, right? For the personalized planner, the one where I actually do your do the date selection based on your birth chart, calculate your best elements, and do the not just the day selection but the hour selection, that is $388 US. Most of that goes to paying me the time and the energy that I have to go through to get the, and it's done on the monthly planner. All the date selection, the personalized selections are all charted out on the monthly sheets. It's not on the daily or the weekly sheets. But because it's a fold out like this, it's easy for you to kind of see and plan your days and your weeks. Okay, does that make sense? The personalized one is $388 US plus tax. Now, if you are in, I have gotten orders from Croatia, from the UK, from Italy. Shipping is a little bit more, so just give me your postal code and then I'll put it into my shipper, and we'll get a better idea of how much shipping would be. If the shipping's going to be too much and you're like, oh, you know, that might be too much for shipping, I don't want to profit off of shipping, but I also don't want to lose money off of shipping either. So I'll charge you what the shipper's going to charge me for shipping. If you think it's too much, then for the personalized one, you can do a PDF as well. So if you want to print it out yourself, bind it yourself, then the personalized one is $288 US. Okay. And if you want, oh, I forgot to talk about the PDF version. So the PDF version for either the half letter size or the 7 by 8.5 is Actually, I forgot now. I think it's 23 per quarter. But you print it yourself. These are printed in color. I know you can't see it, but it's not just black and white, right? These are printed in the weekly pages. Oops, it's too bright. Can't see. The weekly pages are printed in color. The dailies are actually, oh, you know what? Let me just change it here. The dailies are actually printed in color too. I don't want it just plain black and white, right? And potentially you can, for the personalized one, you can also tell me what color you want them to be. So if you're a guy, you're like, no, Safrina, I don't want maroon for my lettering. I want like a navy blue, or I want emerald green. Potentially down the road, maybe next year, we can change that for you, or even the timeline. That's for next year. So you're like, Safrina, I don't wake up at 7, so I don't need my timeline to start at 7. Can it be 10 to 8? Down the road, sure. We can look at getting that personalized for you. I just need to slowly roll out these yummy features one by one. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, and it can be it can be, like I said, hybrid, right? I love my paper planner, but for calls and meetings and Zooms and live trainings or whatever, I put it on my Google Calendar, and then every week, beginning of the week, I just look at my paper weekly page to see what I need to update. Now, if you're like me, another reason why I shy away from paper planner is because I hate making mistakes. And then if I have to cross things out or use whiteout or whatever, I hate that it makes my page look bad. So, if you guys have not been acquainted with this brand, you're gonna love this. Actually, I need a, okay, let me use this one. Okay. This is, it's actually a pilot brand. It's called Friction. Pilot Friction. Okay. And this is actually an eraser. It's just like a pencil, except it's pen. And it's got different colors. I have a whole bunch. I have a whole bunch. And these are the pens that I use for my planner. Because if I add something, I mean, appointment times change, right? So if the appointment time changes and I have to change it on my paper planner, I just use this and it doesn't mess up my page. I know there's whiteout, but I don't like whiteout either. Because I'm like, sometimes some paper could be a little bit yellow and you use whiteout and the whiteout's so white, that still like irks me. So, so that's my issue with planners. So, once I found these guys, and they have erasable, oh, actually, let me show you. They even have erasable highlighters, right? Erasable highlighters. Same thing. The eraser is here. So again, I don't know if you can see this. These are I ordered these from Amazon, but I think they're shipped in from Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yeah, so the personalized, oh, I would not do $388 per quarter. No one's going to buy it. $388 for the year. And that's with all the fold outs. You can choose your layout. You can choose your start date. So for those of you, like going back to, so for the customized one, the default, the weeks and the days all start on Monday. It's a Monday start, which I think is what most people like to use anyway. All right, let me, yeah, like this one here. So the daily sheets would start on Monday. But if you're like, if you do the customized one, Safrina, I want my days to start on a Sunday. Sure. Then your first page here would be Sunday, January 19th instead of Monday, January 20th. And then your weekly sheets, either if it's the timeline one, this one is a Monday start. We also, if you do the customized one, you can choose Sunday start as well. And even the, so that's the vertical format. The horizontal format, same thing. This one starts on a Monday. If you do the customized one, you can have it start on a Sunday. Okay. So those are the options that are open for you. For the PDF version is default. Because I don't have the time to like switch everything on and then save it in a PDF and then email that to you. So the PDF would be a default format, meaning Monday start. You still have the monthly sheets. You get the weekly timeline and then the daily with the journal version, which is this one. Oops, here. So that's default. Okay. What else do you guys want in a planner? Let me know. I might be able to add it in next year. All right. No other questions? Just don't write checks with it. Oh, yeah. It will. Yeah, don't do that. The friction pen, if it's really hot where you are, it will disappear. But pop it back into the freezer and the ink's going to reappear again. That's the only thing about the friction pen. Okay. Reina, you like it? Yay. Okay. So I am going to end it here. Thanks so much for joining me. Again, if you want the planner, be it the default, the customized, or the personalized one, just send me an email, send me a DM. Our Shopify page is unfortunately not up to snuff, so I'm not going to give you the link for the Shopify page. It's just going to make a mess of things. So just send me a note, tell me which one you want, and I'll send you the link for you to order. All right. You guys, this honestly is a project that is so close to my heart. And I know since I created it last year, it had made such a difference in my productivity. It truly, truly has. I'm still not getting everything done. Again, I've got a family with, 2 kids. I've got basically 3 businesses right now that I'm building. And, volunteer work and everything. It's a lot to juggle. I still have things that fall through the cracks. I still feel overwhelmed, but I would have burnout if I don't have my planner. I would have burnout if I don't meditate. I would have burnout if I don't have a system to like keep track of stuff. I would be so not just burned out, but overwhelmed as well. So honestly, this planner has been, and a couple of you guys on the live stream now did have it, did purchase it last year. So, yeah. Anyway, Thank you so much for hanging out with me with the talking about the Qi Life Planner. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.